start, you buy in at birth, and you play you play until you die. It could be 70, 80, 90, 100 years. It could be a day. You could be an unborn fetus. I don't even know how to classify that. That's still, in some sense, the beginnings of human life. Where do you draw the line? That's the thing. Where do you notice a difference between you and your environment? And I guess all interests don't necessarily have to be fixations on differences. You can have an intense interest in integrating, which you notice that there are differences, but you also realize those differences are supposed to, or are just naturally cohering within a larger gestalt. And if you know both unity and diversity, if you know both separation and union, then you don't get lost, because you really can't get lost, because you're always looping back and forth between those two things, between unity and separation. Before you're born, you are one. After birth, you're apart. You're a part. You're a separate organism living in a world among other organisms. And then you die again and go back to unity. So it's this life-death thing, this passage from 0 to 1. It's what it is. But we when we spend our time here on Earth trying to make a living, something, it's all these metaphors are connected, then we're stuck, and we can't move from 0 to 1, because we want to hold on to 1, because if we let go of it, then we're going to waste our lives. We're going to spend our time in unproductive ways. That's definitely a trap. It's impossible to get trapped in it, but somehow we get interested in 1. We get interested in separation. We can't help but, be self-conscious. Like right now, aware of the fact that, I wanted to pull over on the side of the road and not have to drive while I was talking. I needed a quiet place to talk, because it's kind of bizarre. Like if I pulled over and let's say a cop pulled up next to me and I had to explain what I was doing, I would have to say, well, I was having a dialogue with myself. And he would say, oh, a dialogue, so it was you talking to somebody else? Who were you talking to? And I would say, well, I'm talking to the camera. And somehow the camera represents an other. It represents a listener, a partner in a dialogue. It's a dialogue that exists, distant in time and space, but it's still, all dialogues are separated by time and space, because they occur between two separate subjects who have to speak and encode a language and hear and decode a language, and it's impossible separation that exists, but that exists because we posit it. Separation is an existence that must be posited, even if existence can't be posited. If you don't posit anything, nothing exists. It's emptiness. That's all that's not there.